but that's like joking. Like no one's like,
yo. Don't give it all away yet. We just got on live. What's up, everyone? We just got live on Overtime. I'm Overtime Tom. And we have a special guest today. We got Tommy Murr in the building from Alabama.
The legend.
Tommy scored 5,000 career points at Lindsay Lane High School. He also averaged 44 points a game this past year. Tommy, what's up?
What's up, guys? How are y'all?
Chilling. Then we got Overtime Larry in the building. What's up, Larry? How are you?
What's up? What up?
And then we got Cam. Cam's new to the live stream. We got Overtime Cambo in the top over there. Cam went to Dartmouth and hooped there, and then he went to you played overseas in Ireland, right, Cam?
Yes, sir. All last year I was playing overseas in Ireland.
And now he joined the Overtime team. He'll be linking with us a lot now. Let me put this live on the story real quick so people know we're here.
Oh, let them know. We gotta let them know.
Tommy, you're locked down in Alabama during coronavirus. How's it been? How's life changed over the last week or so? What have you been doing to stay busy?
I mean, it's obviously a lot different. It's kind of an adjustment for everyone. I think it's kind of been like a big blessing. I think for a lot of people, when you're in the daily schedule and you're just going, you kind of seem to like miss out on certain blessings. And so when you get time to like slow down and like really like, I guess just experience things more, like the daily things, the simple things, it kind of makes you more thankful. But so far it's been pretty good. Obviously the adjustment to online school is something we're dealing with, but the teachers and everyone have been great with that, and obviously it gives me more time to go to the gym and lift weights. So I kind of just looking at it as an opportunity right now, but it's interesting, especially coming in on your senior year of what that's going to look like as far as graduation and if we'll go back. So it's just different.
Yeah, I feel you. What about you, Cam? How you been holding up? You're still in New York City right now?
Yeah, I'm still in NYC. I've been holding it down by myself lately. I live by myself, bro. So I've been on video chat heavy, on house party, on group FaceTime, just trying to keep up with my family, you know what I'm saying? Take this time to appreciate the people around you, maybe hit up someone that you haven't hit up in a while, check in, see how they're doing. Still trying to be.
Larry, I know you've been on your grind still. How you been? I know I checked in with you kind of every day. How's life today?
Yeah, we've been checking in every day. Today's just another one, woke up, ready, did an Aki season workout on the Overtime main IG live. Just been hopping on Overtime's live IG, just doing what I gotta do, like it's another day for me. I'm a content creator, so just like regular,
Clearly Tommy's never touched a weight before, so you're gonna help him get Aki before he heads off to college?
You never touched a weight and you that nasty? Oh, okay. He's like,
no, I started lifting like more for the season, but I got the whole setup back here for sure.
Is that where most of it goes down? You do a lot of your workouts at home, or are you at the school sometimes?
It is right now. Like as far as like I just got back from the gym probably 40 minutes ago, so I get shots there and I can come and I can dribble here if it's late, and I'll just dribble here and I can lift weights. So obviously right now, not being able to go out, I'll do a lot of stuff in here.
Obviously scoring 45 points a game. We know you're a shooter. What's the shooting workout like? Like how many shots a day are you getting up right now in the off season or even during the season?
I try to stay consistent with it. I mostly do at least 6 days a week. Today I shot 650. So that's different things. That's floaters and that's jumpers, that's side steps, that's step backs, that's college threes, NBA threes, college threes and NBA threes off the dribble, and then 200 or so free throws. So it kind of varies, but most of the time that's consistent. Like anytime it's not that I just go over a little bit, maybe 700, 800. So it just kind of depends on how tired I am from the day before. If I lifted, more that day, then it just kind of depends.
Got it. And are you doing most of that yourself? Do you make those workouts yourselves, or do you have a coach, or who's kind of putting you through it?
Well, anytime I asked for help, my dad was like, he would be there to help me. But kind of growing up, I would just watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. Like I would watch moves, like I would watch like Kyrie videos and then Steph Curry videos, Steve Nash, and then I would go in the driveway and I would duplicate them. So I've kind of done the same thing with that. There's like a lot of great trainers like on Instagram and stuff like that where you can go and watch their videos and just do those reps over and over, or you just watch a game and do those reps like that. That's the great thing about basketball. It's sometimes as simple as you're going to get out what you put in. So what I do in here is going to show in my game, and it's simple as that, really. So especially in a time like this, you can take full advantage of that. But when I do the shooting workouts, we got a gun at the school, which we got like this past year, but I'm abusing that thing. Like I love it.
You got to, man.
Love the gun.
I love that. Tommy, you averaged 44 points a game this year. What's the most you ever scored in a game?
I scored 61 last year.
All right, what about you, Cam? What's your high?
Wait. Have him say his number again. 60 what?
61.
Damn.
The most I ever scored was like 33.
Okay, Larry.
Oh, Hooper. You know, Hooper's not my real score, but 22.
I feel that.
22.
All right, there you go.
I was bugging out that day too.
Tommy, that 61-point game, what was that like? Were you kind of, I mean, you had a lot of big games, so I feel like that's kind of normal.
Well, it kind of just in years past, maybe the team needed me to score more. Maybe the team last year needed me to pass more. This team, obviously, we needed some guys to step up in the rebounding category. So I'm kind of just the kind of kid that's going to do whatever it takes to help the team. And if that was, some nights for us, to win the game, it was going to be me having to score 50 or 60, then I was going to do that. And I was going to take that role on my back, but it just kind of depended on the game. A couple times I had 60 and I was like right there to passing it, but it's kind of funny about those big games because after you're over, like after the game's over, you walk back to the bus or whatever, and my mom's always like, "How many think you had?" And every single time I'd be like, I don't know, like 20, 25. She's like, "You had 60." I'm like, it didn't seem like it. Like it just kind of, so you kind of get in a rhythm in those games like that. And, but I guess I wouldn't say it was normal, but it became
kind of
easier
regular
to do, I guess, over time. You became more comfortable in that role.
Yeah, that's for sure. Larry, right before we got on here, you were asking him a question kind of similar to Mac McClung. What were you saying to him?
Oh, I was saying that when I went to go visit Mac McClung, he went to a small school out in Gate City, Virginia. So it was like one of those movies that it was him and his crew just walking down the hallway, like that slow-mo vibe. It was just like all eyes on them. So I'm just curious if you get that same vibe in your school.
Not really. Like I was telling you before, we have it's a super small school. Everyone knows everyone's name. We're all kind of just like a big group of friends. It's a very, very weird dynamic compared to most America, but it's really a blessing. But sometimes it'll get, kind of annoying if every time like you take a step in a hall, there's kids that are like, "Oh, Tommy Murr," like, damn. But no, I wouldn't say kids are like awestruck because like I interact with like a lot of kids. Like I try and go out of my way to interact with like 5th graders, 6th graders, 7th graders, like younger kids that I know, more likely look up to me and they come to all our games. So I try to make sure to like include them to let them know like that they're there and that I notice them that week. I'm just like them. So I kind of put off that vibe. I'm not one of those guys that's like, "Bro, look at me," like shout out. Like no, I just kind of go with it, and it's kind of been something that I've naturally flowed into it, but it's been a great blessing, obviously, the whole thing.
That's dope, man.
That's dope. And all three of you have been kind of bored at home lately. I've seen that Cam and Tommy specifically are on TikTok even more than normal. Larry's always on there. Always. Tommy, can we see a little TikTok move over there? Like, what do you got? What does everyone got over there? Wow, Cam's going all in.
Hold on, man.
I don't really
me
do
go hard.
Kill it, Larry. Kill it.
Hold on. Yeah, what happened? Am I still here?
Yeah, you're valid.
All right, man. Yeah, hold on. Let me get a better angle. I'll fall, Brody. Hold on. Let me get this better. Huh? Hold on. Let me get the better angle.
Larry's getting set up. Tommy sent me a DM the other day of him and his boys doing a TikTok. It was probably like 1 a.m. maybe, I think, when he sent it. And I was like, oh my God, this kid's so bored. Here we go, Larry.
Hey. And then you go, boom, boom. Rocket.
Hey.
Boom, boom. Yeah. That's all I got right now.
I feel that. I love it.
Till later.
Tommy, you're kind of getting bigger on social now. How many Instagram followers have you grown in like the last year even?
The first time y'all covered me was like towards the end of the last season. And I know like y'all came to the game that night and it was like the area championship, like to move on in state or whatever. And I had like 58. So like y'all came to the next game, I had like 50 something. So I think that's kind of why y'all stuck with me. But
damn.
I had like followers then some past year, 108,000. Yeah. Something like that. So it's kind of skyrocketed. Yeah, it skyrocketed this past year.
That's insane, bro. Did you ever think about that stuff? Like when you first started, like when it started happening, what kind of went through your mind?
Well, obviously, like I was telling someone about it the other day, like, but when you see, like, you watch those videos, like growing up, like overtime, you watch those guys like on YouTube and stuff like that. So then, like, to be scrolling through your feed and you see yourself in the little overtime watermarks over there in the bottom right. You're like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And as it happened more, it was still really, really cool. But especially like the first time it happened, you're like, oh, this is crazy. Like this is like you're kind of awestruck. But it's been it's been awesome.
Yeah, kind of Cam. Like I feel like similar to you, man. You like just joined the overtime team. What kind of is like the biggest thing that you kind of noticed? Obviously being a hooper growing up, but like joining the team, like what's that been like?
It's been cool, bro. It's really like a family. Like it's super close knit. You know what I'm saying? Even in the Corona stuff, people have been checking in on me every day, seeing how I'm doing. As far as social and stuff goes like that, I probably gained like I've maybe been with the company like 2 months. I probably gained like 1,100 followers.
That's awesome.
And and kids, you know what I'm saying? Because everyone feels like a part of overtime. Like we respond to comments and stuff. Like kids will hit me up like all the time, be asking me to check out their highlights and stuff. And I do, that's just what we're about.
For sure. Man. Tom, you obviously had a big year, but I couldn't help but notice, did you average less points this year than last year?
Maybe about like a point, yeah.
What happened? You slacking?
It was kind of an off year, yeah. My shot, but kind of
They started doubling.
I didn't really want to talk about it, but since you brought it up, I guess we can. No, it was just it was an off year. Really.
How do teams even play you when you're someone that scores like almost 50 points a game? Like, is it just boxing one? The team just like double you? Like, what's that like?
Well, so I remember in 7th grade. This is on top of my mind. We were talking about this in 7th grade. We were playing like a cross-town rival, and at halftime, I had like 33 or something like that. And they came out in a box in 2. And like as a 7th grader, like I wasn't big enough, I wasn't strong enough, I wasn't quick enough yet, like to deal with that. But that happened kind of every year after the 8th grade, 9th grade through senior year that happened. So it was an adjustment, obviously. But I think it was mostly I saw one time they put 3 guys on me, a triangle and 3. But it's mostly it's mostly 2-man and 3-man. You didn't see a lot of boxing ones this year because if I got around one guy, it kind of collapsed, and we have shooters on the outside. Our big guys, their hands have improved, so they can make layups. But after like 7th grade, it was a lot of like double team and stuff like that. So it was frustrating at first, but I think like ultimately it made me a whole lot better, and really just prepares me even better for college, like the next level. Seeing that because I know like a lot of kids don't. So
it sounds like you've been good for a while. Growing up, who were like some of the guys that you watched, even if they're even if they're in high school or college or even NBA players who you watch, you try to be like?
Well, growing up, like basketball was just like it's like one of the main themes of our family, like faith in basketball. That's like what we base our lives off of. That's how we relate to one another. My dad played in college. My 4 uncles played in college. My grandpa played in college. So my sister played in college. I got cousins played in college. It kind of just runs in the blood. It was natural, but it was really never something that my family like forced on me. They wanted that to be a natural love, that I fell in love with the game, because I think all too often you see kids that kind of get pushed to do by the parents and get pushed by the parents too much, and they out in there, they don't even finish their career. So they were great to do it, but we were just all the time watching basketball. We were big North Carolina fans growing up, so obviously watch some great basketball. But all-time favorite players like Steph Curry. I love Steph Curry. Steve Nash, John Stockton, and you guys guys got like Jason Williams. They got a little swag on them. So Jason Williams, Mark.
So the
Price.
white boys.
So yeah.
What game? Yo, I got a quick question.
Game.
I got a quick question. Yo, my boy, you was dropping 45 points a game, right? You definitely got a lot of smack talk. What was the craziest thing you heard? He like, damn, I don't even know. I don't even know if I can say
take this hoodie off.
Yeah.
All right,
all right. I kind of just got like used to it. Like it kind of just goes straight through me. I rarely talk back because like I've always been taught like, because if someone's gonna talk like trash, they're gonna try to talk gas the entire game, and then someone's gonna put like 40 or 50 on your head, and they're not gonna say anything about it. Like I think that just says more than anything I could say. Like so, I just kind of let my game do the talking. But the worst thing to her were like probably about like my dad or my mom, my sister. Like they knew them all by name.
Damn,
like they
brutal
would talk,
down there in
like,
Bama.
They would like do their research. Yeah.
They'll do their research, right? Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
But then you drop 50 on their head and just look at them like.
Being down in Alabama, did you just get named the top 3 for Alabama Player of the Year? Is that what I saw?
Did I what?
You're like in the top 3 or something for Alabama Player of the Year?
Something like that, yeah, for Mr. Basketball.
Yeah.
Tom is doing his homework too.
Now, someone sent that to me, but I wanted to ask you, JD Davidson. JD Davidson, he's like one of the top juniors in the country. Juniors or sophomores? He's boys with Mikey Williams. He might have the most bounce in the country. I think he's about to blow up. What do you think about him? And I know you played against him earlier this year. What was that game like?
Yeah, and I played with him also this summer. We kind of grew closer to them, but Jay's a freak athlete. Like, he's kind of a once in a generation kind of player. I think with his athleticism, it's just insane. I put him up there with bounce with like Zion and Ja. Like, he's that explosive, and I think over time it's only going to grow. Just a solid kid, a very humble kid, which kind of attracted me to him. But just a very low to earth kind of kid, and he was humble at everything that happened. But this summer he blew up a little bit, and then obviously this high school season he just shot through the rank. Like, he just shot up. I know, like, he social media wise he gained like probably 50,000 new followers, and then he was top 5 in his class now. I mean, he's like shooting up the ranks right now. I think you're right. He's going to explode. I think it kind of stinks that he's not going to be able to play UIBL first 2 sessions. I think that would have been huge for him. But I mean, yeah, he's a freak athlete, and he's a close friend of mine. So I'm proud of him, and I think I would not be surprised to see him shoot up, top 5, top 3 in the class, and then I think he'll go to a blue blood, if not, maybe even go to the NBA. So I think God's got great things in store for him, but obviously I'm just proud of him.
Larry, you get to meet him yet or anything? He hasn't been at USA yet.
I haven't met him yet, no.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get down
there. But I heard about him.
Yeah,
you can fly.
Tom, you played UIBL last year. Who's some of the best players you played against last year during that kind of?
Ooh.
It's toughy.
See, that's
Bro,
tough.
Who you play with?
Because there's so many.
I was gonna say, who you play with on UIBL?
I play with Alabama Fusion.
Got it.
So, that's tough. Cade Cunningham and Greg Brown were real tough. Greg Brown, we're good friends. We talk all the time now, but Greg Brown is ridiculous. Obviously, he's got that crazy bounce, but he's so long and skilled, but also a very humble kid. So we're able to talk about things going on. But I would put those 2 guys, 2 of the best players I've ever played against. And Cade is just built like a grown man, like a gorilla, and he's got skill too. He's high, so he's tough. I think there are gonna be problems at the next level. But yeah.
So did you get to play against Sharif Cooper?
Sharif Cooper was tough. Yeah, he almost he got like 3 fouls on me in like the first couple of minutes, and I just had to sit. But no, he's tough. He'll come straight at you. He's kind of tough to guard. He's definitely tough to guard, but very crafty, and he's very he's like sneaky fast. Like he just makes everything look so casual, but he's just gonna like blow right by you. So yeah, he's crazy talented too.
Got it. Tommy, you just started dunking. I've been seeing some dunks lately. Where's the bounce coming from now?
I think the bounce, realistically, like we were talking about a second ago, but like when you're playing games, like you've got like 30 games in a season, and sometimes you have like back to back, and you're getting double teamed or triple teamed or boxing one every single game, and you're playing, every minute. That really gets to you. To your body, especially at this age. But I think like anytime I was able to take like 2 days off at least, like just not like running, like I'd still get shots up, but then my bounce would like shoot up like crazy. So it was really that simple. It was just like a little bit of rest, like on my legs and my joints and stuff like that. But yeah, it kind of surprised me, I'm not gonna lie, when it happened.
I still think Larry beats you in a dunk contest, and Cam definitely beats you in a dunk contest. Cam, how old were you when you caught your first dunk?
First dunk, 15. I'm a short guy too, so like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's impressive. Tommy, what about you?
My first dunk?
Yeah, how old?
Probably first real dunk was this summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Larry?
So I'm not like freaky bouncy. Sorry, everyone.
No, it's good. I think that's why people love you.
25, 26.
We talked to Mac McClung yesterday. He told me his first dunk ever was a poster in game. He like didn't even know he could dunk, and he just dunked on someone.
Oh my God.
So,
oh my goodness.
That was what I'm comparing it to.
That's my man's gifted.
That's different. That's
I got one question for you. I got a big time question. You're from Alabama, right? I know that's big time college football territory. I got fam down there talking Muscle Shoals. So I know what it's about. Is it War Eagle or Roll Tide?
You know, when we first came here, like we first moved here, well, I grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was actually born in Duke Hospital, but like we were North Carolina fans. It's kind of weird, but so we moved here when I was like going into 6th grade, and that's like what everyone asks you. Like, this is SEC country, this is football nation. Everyone's like, you know, Auburn, Alabama. We were like Duke or North Carolina. Like, no one talks of like, because you know, like North Carolina, that's like ACC, like dominant, and then here is like SEC football. So it's very different dynamic. I really don't have an opinion. One of those schools recruited me. You know, came to me. I got all their coaches' phone numbers on my phone. Like, we talked, and so I like a lot of those guys. But the other school didn't talk to me as much. I've kind of got one in my head, but I'm probably not going to share that.
Smart. He's getting smart. I like that. And kind of the last question before we'll get in some fan questions and some games. You changed your number once Kobe passed away. You were number 24 that game. Can you just talk to me about like how that decision came about, what you were kind of thinking, like what Kobe meant to you in the game?
Yeah, I mean, everyone saw like when he passed away, you really started to see like the impact he had on the world. You know, because he was an international thing. He wasn't like just like he was like worldwide. Everyone knew Kobe. So obviously, what an inspiration he was to me growing up. You know, watching this film, watching and following his mentality and taking after that. Incredible player, and you know, he's done so many great things off the court. But obviously, it was a tragedy when he passed away. And you know, I want to do whatever I could to to bring some more noise to that, and then, you know, maybe even if it was one game, but you know, to tribute that game to him was really the least I could do for him and the people affected, his family. So that's really just, you know, how I saw it from my perspective. But that was kind of just my thing. Like, you know, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to give all the respect to him, you know, for everything he taught me over the years.
Got it. No, that makes a lot of sense. I appreciate you kind of sharing that. Larry, I know you're a big Kobe fan too. You want to talk about kind of how that was for you?
Yeah, man, that hit home, man. Obviously, like, Kobe was one of my favorite players. I looked up to him. I just what stuck out to me always from Kobe was just really his mentality and like his work ethic, and like that's what I carry, I feel like, on a day-to-day basis. So like I'm just gonna live through the Mamba, and you know, he was just the GOAT, to be honest.
It was crazy, like the outpouring of respect that people have for Kobe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people that don't even play sports, like his mentality motivated people in that manner. It was crazy to see.
That was crazy. I think especially for like overtime, like we covered Gigi so much also. We went to all her games. So just seeing that was really sad. We got a couple of questions from the crowd real quick. Christopher Siller said he's under recruited and wants to know the best way to get scouted by schools. I feel like, Tommy, you can kind of relate to that, kind of under appreciated early on. Kind of how does that work for you, and what advice do you have for Christopher?
Yeah, and you know, we talked about this a second ago, but I think basketball really, and a lot of things in life are sometimes as simple as a decision. You know, but this plays into the Mamba mentality. Like, you have to make that decision every morning you wake up that you're going to do more than everyone else around you. If you want things that no one else around you has, like, that's just kind of a decision you have to make, and you have to be willing to make those sacrifices that, you know, other people are just not going to be able to. If you want to compete at that level and reach that. But, you know, obviously, like, I don't know what grades he's in, but I wouldn't stress it too much. But, you know, just continue to do what you're doing, and maybe amplifying that even more. But just be willing to make yourself uncomfortable in those workouts, and be willing to, you know, take on that mindset mentality of, you know, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to do more than the person beside me. That's really all you can do.
Totally.
That's some good advice, Tommy. You're wise man on your years.
Right.
We got another good question, and then we'll jump into this game. I feel like this question kind of hits home because you are like really well respected and loved. I know we talked about your haters earlier, but I think like overall you have a pretty positive support group. Why do you think people kind of resonate with you so much and love your game?
Well, I think maybe you talked about it earlier. You said like that's why we love you, because I don't have a crazy inch vertical. Like, yeah, I think I'm somewhat athletic because I'm kind of quick, but you know, I think I kind of took on that mindset we were talking about at such a young age, and I fell in love with the game of basketball. And it was the little things, the ball handling. I was watching games all the time. My IQ, shot through the roof at a young age, and it's developed over time. But I think, I'm kind of playing. I'm kind of doing it a little bit different than a lot of guys are. Like you aren't going to see too many posters, and probably none, like in my highlights. But you're going to see some flashy passes. You're going to see deep threes. You're going to see just trying to make the right play, which is kind of different. So I feel like I'm kind of uncommon in that. That's kind of like my favorite word, being uncommon, because I don't want to be like the same as the next guy. I don't want to be the same as the stereotype or what it is right now. So, and I think also like off the court, I'm a very down to earth kind of kid. Like I'll talk to the sixth graders. I'll talk to the fifth graders. Like I'm just another kid, but obviously God's given me a great stage that, I've been able to do stuff like this. It's just been incredible. It's been like a dream, but and I'm kind of humble in the way that I've dealt with it. So I don't think there's too much resentment towards me for that. Unless you were like on another team and one of the highlights, then I get a little trash talk. But other than that, it's been all love.
Yeah, I think that's what me and Larry kind of always talk about when we try to figure out what players we want to like film and stuff. It's like guys like you, I think Sharif Cooper's like another one. Like even if you think about Steph Curry, like people that guys can relate to, and like
really,
you don't have to be insanely athletic. You don't have to be Zion in order to have like a really good career. So I think that's why. All right, let's jump into this game real quick. Here's what we're gonna do. All right, everyone, we're gonna keep rotating, but for the first question, you three are gonna put water in your mouth. I'm gonna read off a joke. I'm gonna read off a couple jokes, and whoever spits out their liquid first. Try not to get it on your phones or your computer. You lose, and then we'll start with another person asking questions. Okay?
Nah,
so Tommy, chug.
You're gonna feel it through the screen, Tom. I got my water.
Tommy, I don't think that's enough. Put some more in there, man.
Oh, you good? I'm last one.
I was gonna ask how much. Like, what's the?
I wanna see it. All right, you ready?
All right.
All right.
Hold on. Damn. Because I thought I left the. My fault. We back. Hold on. My fault, boys. My fault. Give me a second.
I'm already laughing just looking at these questions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you give a sick lemon? Lemonade. All right, next question. What kind of dogs love car racing? Lap dogs. That one was trash. Yeah, overtime Sam gave me these questions. He's trash, so. What do bees do if they need a ride? Wait at the bus stop. Last question for me. I just went to an emotional wedding. Even the cake was in tears. Damn, I didn't get anyone to laugh. All right, you guys can consume your liquid, and Larry's gonna ask the next group of questions.
It was in tears.
These questions are my jokes are not funny. I heard Tommy has funny jokes, but Larry, we'll pass it to you. Me, Cam, and Tommy are gonna drink some water or some liquid.
Let's see what I got. Okay, you guys are ready?
Wait, let me get my
Hold on, see, y'all already laughing?
right now, man.
Hold on, y'all laughing because I'm funny looking or something? Because I didn't say anything yet, bro.
You said it, not us, bro.
All right. Y'all ready to go? Hey, thumbs up. All right, cool. What do you call a man with a rubber toe? Roberto. What? No? Okay. Okay, keep going. Hold on, did you? Cam, what are you doing? Okay, you ready? When's the best time to go to the dentist? 2:30. Let's go.
I just ruined.
Hey, I got two more. I still gotta get Tommy and Cam. Why are there gates around cemeteries? Because people are dying to get in. No. Okay, damn.
Tommy's weak. Tommy's about to die.
I thought that was it. I thought that was the game one. All right. Today I gave my dead batteries away. They were free of charge. Let's go!
Damn, Tommy's
Damn,
undefeated.
Tommy got the stank face out here like.
Bro,
I
you
ain't laughing.
stupid.
All right, Tommy, you've been dominating out here. Let's hear your jokes. All right, me, Larry, and Cam are gonna drink some water.
Mm.
All right, let me go look at him. Can y'all still hear me?
Got water on my screen. Dang, bro.
We can't see you though.
Yeah, come back before you read them.
Okay, hold on.
Finale?
I'll be honest, I don't even have that much water on deck, but
Hydrate. Bro, they were free of charge. That's crazy.
Ready?
mm-hmm.
Oh, we're good. We're good. Hold on, Tommy. I got you.
Hold on, let me just make sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I lost them. All right. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
What do you call a hippie's wife?
Mm-hmm.
A Mississippi. Larry, calm down. Okay, next one. All right. Ready? What streets do ghosts haunt? Dead ends.
What?
Hey!
Why? Hey, yo, what? Yo, who says that? Like, what the hell? Dead end. That was a good one. I could have thought of that. That wasn't that bad. Damn, how I lost. You're lucky I like you, Tommy. Damn, how I lost.
I gotta get the next one.
Oh,
All right. I'll laugh at them even if they're okay.
Dang, I already got Larry. Larry was so straight faced too. I feel confident. All right. Y'all ready? Tom's about to lose already. All right. Do y'all remember that joke I told you about my spine? It was about a week back.
I don't know why I can't stop.
That's a good one.
I think it's Tommy's face, honestly.
That wasn't bad. That was good.
I can't even fake. A
It's
week.
A week back. That was solid. That was a funny one.
If you
I
guys
don't
know
know who
Overtime
was,
Sam,
but they won.
I mean, you guys do know Overtime Sam, but anyone watching this, if you know Sam, him like reading these.
Roast him.
All right, Cam, we're gonna
Well,
pass
that's
it
his
to you,
joke.
man.
Oh,
Cam, give us your best joke. All right, we're gonna put in Tommy, myself, and Larry. We're gonna put in all of the max water. You gotta be as much water as possible.
We're going one joke.
As much as you can fit, Tommy.
I think this is like a day old water. I'm good. All right.
Yo, we all good? Thumbs up.
Mhm.
Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tommy ready. Yo, what do you call a monkey that loves Doritos? A chipmunk. A chipmunk, Tom. Yeah, reroll it again. All right, that didn't get y'all. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? Lean beef. I don't get that one either. Okay, here we go. Number three. Why did the can crusher quit his job? Because it was so depressing. It's so depressing? All right, number four. Why do you tell actors to break a leg, Tommy? Because every play has a cast.
And your jokes sucked.
Yeah, they suck. They were horrible. The third one might have, but still what?
I'm
Come on,
fine.
you can spit it out, or you can consume your liquid.
It be like that sometimes.
Yo, you didn't like the lean beef, Larry?
Nah.
Shout out to us being hydrated. That was a great game. Thank you guys for playing it. We need better joke writers next time. Tommy, that kind of wraps it up for us. We got an overtime challenge just for anyone who's watching this right now. We have an overtime challenge live right now. If you can do it in your house. So Larry and Chloe, they did it in their apartments last night. We're gonna be posting those right after this actually on Overtime's Instagram. If you want to send us any overtime challenges, I know Tommy's going to do a little challenge at home.
Fire.
And he's going to send it to us and hashtag OT challenge. We'll start posting everyone's on Overtime's Instagram. I have a feeling that Tommy cannot beat Larry's time. We might have to get a real overtime challenge. Might have to go down to Alabama one day.
I'm with the antics.
Tommy, you got anything to say to the people? Any last words?
I think on top of what Tom just said, if y'all want an overtime challenge, you want these boys to come to Alabama, I think you're going to have to spam them. Just send them like 55 like messages, like every single word, like overtime challenge, Tommy Murr. I need y'all to like just spam them. I think that's what we need to do.
I bet. I'm with it.
I'm with that. I think Tommy's got probably the most dedicated fan base I've seen of any high school hooper this past year. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
Okay.
Tommy, thank you. Larry and Cam, stay safe out there, all right?
Good to know. Stay safe, my boys.
Yes,
Much
sir.
love. Later, Tommy.